Hey there, my name is Starchip and welcome back to another Stacklands video. In this video I will show you how the Stacklands 2000 update has influenced or actually changed the automation on the mainland. So I went to the university a few times with a lot of gold, you spent a lot of gold on it. Of course there will be spoilers in this video as well, so if you don't want to see those spoilers, I will try to keep them minimal. When you put 50 coins in the university, it will give you an idea, just like normal, like from the last DLC. But in this one, a few ideas were added. The first one that I got was this Industrial Revolution idea. Having a surplus of 25 foods will trigger the Industrial Revolution. I'm not sure if this is fixed, but that was the first idea I got when I went to the university. And the last few ideas, and these were literally the last ideas from the university, were the crossroads, the road builder, and the filter crossroads. I think in this order. First the road builder, then the crossroads, and then the filter crossroads. For the road builder we need 4 bricks and 1 builder. Then you might be wondering, how can you even get a builder? Well, for that we of course need some kind of weapon. For example, let's take the spiked plank. If you put this one on your villager, it will turn it into a builder. And to make it is just a plank and a flint. And planks you get by combining 3 wood together, and flint and wood you can just get from the first pack where you will get rocks and trees, and sometimes a rock will give you flint. And a brick you make by combining 3 stones and 1 villager. So once you've made 4 of these, like this, and you put your builder on there, if you can grab the builder, there we go, you are making the road thingamajiggy. There we go. And this is what it looks like. Very nice. This is the first time seeing this for me as well. A guild for road builders allows you to build roads between carts. When we added this to the board, you can now see that you have this thing here, and we can drop this down to the road view. And here you can see, for example, for this animal pen, that there are 3 inputs and 1 output. What does this actually mean? Well, let's take chickens as examples. Let's get 4 more. And the animal pen is of course a building that can hold 5 animals. I will drop a link to the wiki down below if you want to make any of these yourself, but it's not specific of course to the animal pen. This applies to most of the stuff on the mainland after you build this. If you want the eggs from the chickens to go to a specific location, what you normally would do is just like put an egg next to it, because they will go automatically to this egg. Or we use a resource magnet, and if you put an egg on there, you can see that it's now an egg magnet, and every time an egg gets produced, it will go there. It will always go to the closest, so you can have multiple of those magnets. But it's rather expensive, as you can see here. It's a villager, a gold bar, and a magic dust. And magic dust, I'm not sure if that's farmable. You can of course go to the forest and get a lot of magic dust. And gold bar is also pretty expensive, so it's a pretty late game thing. Or we'll do it like this, and if the campfire is not faster than the chickens are producing eggs, then all of the eggs will go here automatically, because they see an egg and they put the eggs on there. And with 2 resource magnets and 1 crane, and a crane you make by having an iron bar, plank, stick, and magic dust, which is also a pretty late game item, you can make this little farm. And then all of the chickens would go lay their eggs on here, and the eggs would go to the campfire. And when you see you have 2 eggs on the campfire, you're making an omelette in 90 seconds, as you can see here at the bottom left, right there. But what you can now do is, instead of doing all of this work, you can just say like, we want all of the eggs to go to this campfire. And maybe the omelette magnet is still nice to have because you want those to go to a specific location. You can just wait until it's done. Here we go, and you can see that all the eggs are automatically going to this campfire. So this whole thing is not needed. Of course, to adopt these ideas, you also need to have the university. But if you know these ideas from the start, you can just start using them immediately. Or if you want to start a run where you can just automate from the start, you just spawn in this road builder by using K, O, F1, and then you have this cheat menu where you can put in the road builder. You can spawn it here. You just spawn it right here. There you go. And then you can automate from the start if you want to play that way, which is totally valid. We can also make crossroads, and we can also make filter crossroads. Let's make the crossroads first, and it requires you to have a brick, a flint, and a villager. And these together will make the thing. There we go. And as you can see, this card will have 3 inputs and 3 outputs. It automatically redirects cards on top of it to its road outputs. It cycles through the different outputs one by one. So what does this mean? For example, you want all of the chicken pens, or the animal pens that you have with chickens on them, to go to this crossroad first. Give me 1 second. You can connect all of these by combining it like this. And all the eggs will now go from here to here. And as you can see, if you put it here, it will search like a closest space where it can go to. Actually, it will go to the egg magnets. Oh, that's interesting interaction. I have not seen that one before. And now we can put this one to the campfire, and we have 2 more outputs where we can go to other things. Maybe we want to go to the stove as well. Of course, we can connect everything like animal pen to this campfire, animal pen to this stove, and animal pen to something else, or also to this stove. And you can choose this to make it more organizable. Maybe you want a lot of eggs to go to one place, and maybe these 3 inputs with these 3 animal pens is not enough. Like if you have another animal pen and you want all of these going to the same stove, you can do it like this. And now you can connect 4 of these to the same stove. And another neat thing is that it says that it cycles through the cards. So for example, if you put like an egg, milk, and an egg, thank you, then the egg will go to the top one, milk will go to the middle one, and egg will go to the bottom one. Let's see it. There we go. Now we have something even better, or better I wouldn't say, but it's really cool. And it's called the filter crossroads with 2 bricks, 1 flint and 1 villager. So let's make it with 2 bricks and 1 flint. So once you've created this one, we can remove the idea by the way. You can put an egg on there, and now it's an egg crossroads. So every time, for example, we don't have this crossroad, we're putting the egg crossroad here, and you put all of the eggs here. not this one, because I'm going to put something else on here. One moment. Now you can see that we have an animal pen with cows. And if you connect the roads to the egg crossroad and then this one to, for example, to the stove, and the other road we are not going to use because the milk will be automatically going to the other thing, to this magnet. You can see that the eggs will go here, and the milk, alright, it does not work like this. Well, you normally never want to put milk on another stove, but let's just take this as an example. Like if you put eggs, milks, egg, milk, egg, and we put it on here, like they come here together, you can see that they get separated like this, which is really good. Now also some implications for this, of course not for what we're doing right now, because you can just make an animal pen or a resource magnet actually, because you can put animals on a magnet and then you can have 29 cows on one magnet. But this together with like a milk magnet will of course be automated as well. But with the crossroads and the filter crossroads, you have so many more possibilities of making farms, or as to organize things of course. And I've quickly made some automatable things, like this is the frittata farm that I made in the how to make a frittata video, where I explained how you can make this yourself, all the resources that you need and stuff, but now you don't need the cranes and resource magnets in between. So look at how small this is now. And this just decreases the space on your board. Like you can just put it like this probably, and it will go fine. And also we have automated planks, automated bricks, as you can see here, which is super nice. Yeah. We have unlimited of that, and here of course the potatoes will go on the stove, and then the animal pen when the animals are done here. In any moment now we are of course making the frittatas, because with an egg and a potato you make the frittata. The potatoes are a little bit faster, so that's why we're getting 2 every time, and the chickens are a little bit slower, so that's why we have 3 of those, and they are like exactly lining up, so there will never be more than like 6 things on the stove. And then the frittatas go here. And the benefit to having frittatas, by the way, is that if you eat it, your villagers will be well fed, and that means I think that they will work faster. So it's not a huge benefit, but it is a nice benefit. Oh, and sometimes you make an omelette. I think that's the case because there were no potatoes anymore and there were 2 eggs together, and then of course like they make an omelette. So that's probably what happened. But from now on it should make only frittatas. And then you probably have like the maximum of 9 cards here. You can use this hot pot, but if you put things in there that make your villagers well fed, I don't think those hot pots makes your villagers well fed. But then if you have a hot pot, you of course don't need to use this magnet here. You can remove the magnet if you want, and of course with the roads you can put the roads from this stove to this hot pot, and now the frittatas will also automatically enter from here to here. As you can see, of course it takes a little time. It's put into here. And now you can see there's 24 food points in here, which is really nice. And this, by the way, on a normal moon will feed like 3 of your villages. So 3 of your villages will be automatically well fed every moon. Or the normal moon, which is 120 seconds, by the way. What I quickly want to add is that a quarry also produces flint. So here we can of course use the crossroad, like here, and we can put stone on this one. And now if you put this on to here, all the stone will go to the brickyard, and all the other things will go, for example, to this resource chest. And you make those by having 2 planks and 1 iron bar and a flint. And we can also use those for the resources. So instead of the magnets, we can just use this. We cannot use this for the food, but for the resources we can use them. So the brickyard will put the things in the brick chest. This here is the flint chest. And for example, we have a pile of flint and stone, and if we put it on here, the stone will go to the top and the flint will go here. So we found a use for this immediately, which is super nice. So this is the basic information about the Stacklands 2000 update for the mainland. You can see that we can now automate things better. We have new things that we can use. And this is a free update for here, so that's really nice. And if you have any questions, please ask them down below or on the Discord server, which I will also provide a link for in the description. If you think we missed anything, or if you found out something really big that we should know, please let us know that as well. And I will see you in another video. Bye!